Welcome to this episode of Inspiring Talk. Today we're going to talk with Amalia Maloney del Riego. Did I pronounce it right? Yes?
Yes.
Very welcome to this episode.
Thank you, Michaela. I'm very happy to be here and spend time with you and everybody listening.
Thank you. I was just, you froze there for a bit, but I hope it's going to be okay.
Yeah, you froze also. Yeah, I think the connection wasn't so great,
Okay.
but it'll be.
That's the thing with being online, isn't it? You have to roll with things that come up.
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell us about your business.
Well, I have a business called Move to Traveling. It focuses on enjoying Europe and Spain, and it also encourages people who are interested in living in Spain. And of course, since Europe is right in Spain's backyard, Spain is part of Europe, it's also a resource for people who want to travel Europe more. So I'm a certified travel consultant. I love to help people plan custom bespoke trips around Europe and even beyond if people are interested, but my focus and passion is Europe. And then I'm also a specialist about living in Spain. I've been living here for 8 years, moved here from the US. And I love being able to inspire people who are dreaming of living in Spain and give them my insight from my own experience so that they can make that come true as well.
How long have you had your business?
Well, I've had my blog is what it started out as, and I've been a travel writer for close to 7 years now. I had to think about that. And it started out just as my passion for travel writing, and I was doing that on the side while I was doing other work as a website designer and social media manager. And so what happened is last year, I decided to focus 100% on Move to Traveling. I became a certified travel consultant and got my certification for that. And now I'm able to help people plan trips and expand the purpose of Move to Traveling. I still have it as a resource full of travel stories and videos and great tips for traveling around Europe and also about living in Spain. And then on top of that, in addition, I'm able to plan trips for people as well so that they can come and experience Europe. And also a specialty that I do is scouting trips. So scouting trips, meaning when people are interested in living in Spain and they want to come for a visit to see what an area is like, or maybe they want to visit a few areas of Spain. It's a fantastic way that not only do you get to enjoy a nice vacation and a trip, but you get to hands-on experience and see for yourself if you like an area. And usually those trips include scheduling appointments and introductions with real estate agents and property tours, as well as law firms and specialists to help you with the residency process in the area that you're interested in. So that's also a specialty of mine. And yeah, that's how long I've been having the business.
But you have to travel a lot yourself then if you make the videos, right?
Yes. Well, the videos that we do are, of course, based on trips that we take and experiences that we have so that we can share from our firsthand experience. I am also married. My husband is, he's a professional in film, actually. He's all sorts of things. He's an artist, an animator, and illustrator. He also works in film. And so he does all of our film production and design for our company. So it's really wonderful that we get to work together. We really enjoy that. And the traveling is based on, trips that we take so that then we already love to travel. And then that way we can share our insight and our tips with others as well. It's really interesting that what's happened is the town we live in, Denia, is a town in the Valencia community, and it's a beautiful Mediterranean beach town. It's quite popular among the Spaniards from Madrid, called Madrileños. The Madrileños love to have second homes here and come here. So it's a very local and authentic Spanish beach town. And a lot of Americans don't know about it, but in the past few years, more have been discovering it. And now a lot of people who follow us and come to us for travel planning services are interested in Denia specifically. So it's turned out that I spend a lot of time also writing and sharing about Denia and the Valencia community in particular. But we do have a lot of experience traveling all around Spain. My mother lives in another part of Spain. I have two brothers living in the north of Spain. So we frequently do travel, and we love that. So yeah, it's fun that my work is, one of my biggest passions, and that is traveling.
Yeah. Was it your passion that made you take the step to start a company, or why did you start?
Yes, definitely passion. And I have to say, at times it still is a little bit scary because it's stepping out and doing your own business. And I, before, have always had clients doing a different kind of work, designing websites or managing social media, working in online marketing. And, the idea of getting used to that income stream is very comfortable. And then to go out and decide I'm going to focus 100% on this passion that I have and make a business out of it, it's very exciting. And at times it can be a little bit scary, but I think it's really worth it. So it was definitely passion.
But you have roots in Spain, or not?
What was that? Rules?
Yeah, I mean, if it's easier for you, you live now in Spain, and to come in society, and that part of being here in Spain.
Yeah, it definitely really helps that I am now living in Spain. Years ago, I was already traveling some around Europe, and it was my dream to come live in Spain. And it's true that since that happened, I, because I'm here full time, it does help to be able to, have the business that I have, which is all about Europe. I'm here being able to source the information firsthand, and in that way share it, those experiences with our followers, our readers, with our clients. So that does really help. My situation was a little bit unique that I actually have both dual nationality. I have both nationalities, so U.S. passport because I was born there, but I have a Spanish passport, and I'm Spaniard as well because my grandfather was from the north of Spain. So I'm, count myself very fortunate that I have both nationalities, and that made it possible to come live in Spain.
So for someone listening to this video, thinking about taking the leap, what would you say to them?
Make sure that you are prepared to give it time, more time than what you might expect at first, and be easy with yourself, be loving to yourself and patient throughout the process. Realize, especially with the nature of having a business today, a lot of it is marketing. And like you and I were talking about earlier, Michaela, when we started, it's all online marketing. And I think people can easily and understandably expect that you're going to see results right away, within a matter of months. However, it still is the case that things need time. And even social media marketing, it really takes a commitment of at least 8 months to a year to start to see growth and results. So just allow plenty of time, and to be easy on yourself and kind to yourself throughout that process.
Yeah, I agree totally. When you talk about traveling is your passion, I'm thinking it's difficult if you don't have boundaries between work and your private life. So how do you do it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I always do it well, because it's true, especially working online, working from home. It can be very easy to be working all the time. And I know there in the past years, there have been times where I go on a family trip and, my family gets irritated with me because I'm still working, because I'm trying to fit in work and I have the laptop with me. So you're right, it's really important to have those boundaries. And I am happy to say I've seen myself get better at it. You know, there have been trips that we go on where I don't do any work. And so I think it's important to plan your time well. It doesn't have to be a tight schedule, but to give a little bit of time for yourself every day, and make sure to cultivate and get into the habit of having time where you do something just for yourself that has nothing to do with work, where you truly relax. And that can include things like meditation, which I like to do every morning, just sitting down and having a cup of tea, and or reading a good book, a novel that has nothing to do with work and being off the computer. So just plan those times. And that's definitely really key to the balance.
Yeah. Have you had any difficult parts when you started your business?
Yeah. I mean, at times I feel like I still do, but really the difficult parts, when I look at them, they're just times where I encounter that I struggle with my own self-doubt or my own fear that I'm not going to be able to, keep up enough clients or have enough business. And the struggle there, it's not even what's going on the outside. In my mind, it's more so, how am I feeling about it, and how am I choosing to respond to it? Am I just reacting, or am I able to choose good positive thoughts that help me see it in a positive, loving light, and to see and trust that things are working out for me, and that it doesn't have to be, that a challenge doesn't have to be a negative thing or something to be afraid of, that it can be overcome. And so for me, yeah, it's those moments where I have doubts and where I feel a little bit more doubtful or afraid, you know. But those always pass, you know.
Yeah, and it can be very lonely sometimes, don't you think? To challenge, you have to meet the challenge and you have to be on top of it all the time. But on
Yeah.
the other hand, I don't think that if you're listening to this, you should be afraid of starting your own company, because it could be a challenge to have a very responsible work, and be employed. So you can be challenged in that way too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big believer in the idea that there is no such thing as failing, that it simply is going through life and experiencing. And if you if you start a business and you feel like then something happens that you think you failed at it, keep trying, and then, try it once again if that's what you want to do. Try it in a different way, but to just keep making the effort, putting yourself out there. Isn't that what life is all about, and it's so worth it. And the most successful people in the world who also, make an impact on this world, well, we all do, but maybe some people who are more in the forefront, who we publicly see, so many definitely testify to the fact that they have failed so many times and had so many experiences where what they were trying didn't work, and it takes that to finally succeed at something. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. If we go through experiences where we feel like we fail, I do want to share that I spent almost 1 year focusing on my blog and travel writing about 4 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago now. And no, it was 4 years ago. And during that time, I feel like then what happened is someone came to me and they asked me to come work for them. I was still an independent contractor, but I went and helped to manage a US tax firm, of all things. I know it sounds really strange because I don't know taxes. And I wasn't doing tax work, but I just was helping to run the company, the administration of the company. And I had that work, and it kept me very busy and was very good paying work for 3 years, and all through the pandemic. But during that time, I was so busy with it that I stopped writing. I feel like I did nothing with our blog. Fortunately, the blog kept growing. People kept finding it and coming to it because of all the stories that we had on there. And so that was encouraging to see. But in a way, I feel like sometimes I look back and I wonder, did I give up on my business? Did I give up on it? So now, sometimes, now that I have returned to my blog and to my business and created some new things with it, I simply try to remind myself when I feel a little scared and I think, can I maintain this? Is this going to work? I remind myself, hey, keep at it. You told yourself you would not give up. You did before, and that was fine. There was nothing wrong with that, but then you found that you missed it. So remember, this is your passion, and don't give up on it. And to me, that feels best, and that's most important. So
yeah, and it was a very special time during COVID. So
it was very different.
You did what you had to do because there were no one traveling.
Yeah, this is true. The timing worked out great, and actually, this work started before the pandemic. It was like almost 6 months or more, 8 months before the pandemic happened. I got this other work, so the timing was amazing. And I did think, okay, this was meant to be. It was really for the best,
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when you have been having your business for a while, you have to start seeing what's working, what's not, and try to develop it further. What do you do to take you said that you have done new things. Is that an idea that came up, or have you tried different things and you just sorted out what's working or not?
Of course. Well, I have tried two things. One was right after the new year, I decided to connect more with people, even online. This goes back to what you were talking about, how it can be lonely sometimes working for yourself and having your own business, especially online. So I made an effort to reach out and connect more with other businesses who I would like to affiliate myself with, who I would like to partner with. And I really enjoy that. I enjoy that human interaction, even though it's online, like you and I right now. And it brings a lovely energy into it that really helps. So I'm really finding that works. In the US, we call it networking also, when you network to connect with others. And a lot of times it can be business to business. And I find that has been really helpful, that's really working well. So I would encourage anyone starting their own business to make sure and prioritize networking with other businesses that you can partner and collaborate with, and the other thing is just challenging myself. I recently have been wanting to do more on video with myself on video to connect more with people and bring that personable touch. So I challenged myself to do an Instagram live every single day for the month of February. So I've been doing that now. So today will be like day 9 that I have a little Instagram live series on our account at Move to Traveling that's called Live Love Spain. And every day I give a small, not small, but like a tip about visiting and or living in Spain. A lot of times it's things that can be helpful to both visitors and people who want to live here. And it's just a short little like 5-10 minute Instagram live, but it's been really, really fun to see how that has drawn new people to us and that sense of connecting with our followers and with other people and just challenging myself to put myself out there. So I would recommend that. Be prepared to expand what you think you're capable of doing.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you talked about people coming to Spain. Is it most Americans you're focusing on, or?
Not only Americans, that is our biggest audience, but we also have Canadians that we've been working with, and also a lot of British too, and even people from other parts of Europe or other areas of Spain. There are some people who I'm getting to work with that are already living in Spain, maybe from other countries, but they want help traveling and planning trips even around Spain or to other parts of Europe. So yeah, it's really a diverse group of clients, which I really enjoy. I really love that.
Yeah. I know that when I moved to Stockholm in Sweden, I was sure I'm going to visit the places in Stockholm, but you get blind to what's in front of you. So even if you live in Spain, maybe you don't visit, so you have to be reminded where to go on a weekend.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, there's a lot of places in Spain that a lot of people don't know about, which are fantastic. So, yeah.
So, do you have any more tips to people thinking about starting a business?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with one's relationship with themselves. So just invest a lot into yourself, trust yourself, and seek out doing things to take care of yourself so that you're pursuing your business in the way that aligns with what you really desire and what you really want. Um, and then balance that with new things to learn, with learning the new things and learning from others, realizing it's going to be a wonderful experience of helping other people and allowing other people to help you too. And between those two things, nurturing that relationship with yourself and relationship with others, I think that will, be key to your business being successful.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us in this video series.
Oh, you're so welcome, Michaela. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. And if you watching this video like to be in contact with you, I have the link below, so you can contact Amalia.
Thank you, Michaela.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.